Hi everyone, welcome to Good Angle Sports. Today I'm joined by Andy, Myron, and Jeffrey. How's everyone doing?
All is good. All good, bro.
You guys
can't
be cool.
complain.
Can't complain, man.
Yeah.
Charlie. Be so. How's your team making you feel?
I'm going to skip that side for now. I'm not there.
All right, Charlie. So on that note, then we could just jump straight in. Okay, so the first question for this episode that we want to ask ourselves: what is the Man United problem, in your opinion? So I want everyone to just share their opinion, where they are to their team, and what they think the general issue is. So I'll start with Andy, since you're
See,
next.
for United, make us sit well. The problem,
Yeah.
Ruben Amorim.
He's number one.
Ruben Amorim is the United problem now.
Okay.
I mean, if you look at the team or the club, we are various stages. So the owners have their issues, the players have their issues, but fundamentally, where we stand now, it be Ruben Amorim. I mean, you play 3-4-3. I mean, with two number 10s and a striker, and you've asked your team, your forwards to press high up, and you are playing defenders who can't push up in Maguire and Delete, and you've left two number 6 with one being traditionally a number 10.
Yeah.
So begs the question: what are we doing?
Yeah. I do feel like the players that we have in the team are mismatched in terms of
misprofiled.
Yes, misprofiled. Yes.
Yes, I do believe.
I feel like the biggest one is the Bruno one. To be honest with you, I think that's a big mistake. I feel like Myron, me and you've talked about this.
That one
have sold that guy, bro.
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes and no. The Bruno topic is a yes and no because Bruno offers something a lot of the players don't offer in the Manchester United team. Like that is creation. Okay. That is ball creation and just his way of seeing the ball and passing the ball sometimes when he's in certain positions. But when he's deep, he's basically useless because he has been put as a square peg in a round. It's not fitting. It is not fitting at all. Coach, I don't know what. And the thing about United, that is my problem also, is they are coming out every day with these stories of amazing trainings and the trainings that were so fire and the keeper, nobody could score against the keeper, and then Iron Dome and then Sesko with acrobatic moves but then on the field of play, zero. We know they see him.
I mean, all these things I said about trainings that we don't see.
Yes.
So we need proof of what is.
And the proof is. But a friend of mine also said the same thing. That it's like we are setting our own questions at training and answering them. So we feel like.
Yeah.
So now when we come to the exam portal, because Charlie.
And to add to that, yesterday after the game, Amorim said what he saw in training this week is different. And then I beg to ask myself, if I set up, I have nephews. If I set up nephews in my garden and I play against them and I think I'm doing well, you have Atta Bayende in pool, and you expect your strikers, if they are beaten Bayende in pool,
no, serious. Bayende should be selling Bayende, or the guy should not be in any pool. He should not keep any secrets.
So you think we should start the new kid?
Why did you get him?
If he's been bought, what is he doing on the bench?
Why do you push Onana away and then bring someone to replace him and then put him on the bench? It's the same thing he was doing with Sesko when we started the season. You've brought him. Maybe you didn't have a preseason, so you were a bit
maybe shaping him up.
Yes. So you bring him at half times and all that. But certain games, just throw him in. If he swims, he swims. If he drowns, he drowns. But if you make him feel like you are cuddling him, if he comes, he'll give you that same type of performance.
This is what we do with the year.
Yeah.
Exactly.
First game, we threw him in.
If he survives, he survives. If he doesn't, he's eating up.
I made this point last week. Donnarumma came in the same time as Laments. Donnarumma was thrown straight into the first team, and we are seeing what he's doing.
So you can argue that Donnarumma is more experienced. He's a more experienced.
But when the guy came, he wasn't experienced. You've been brought in to do a job. Then let's go for experience, go first.
Exactly. And we had the chance to sign him. according to reports.
Yeah.
We don't know the reports.
I'll go to with the current scenario, the situation at hand.
I would have chosen Donnarumma. I would have chosen Donnarumma.
No, I
over
think we
Laporte.
all would, but
I think with
there are other
Donnarumma,
factors, yeah.
the fact that
City and
Pep, even
money.
the Pep factor,
Yeah.
you know, Pep, Ruben, if you get a call from, I mean, personally, we're United fans, but if Pep calls in and then Ruben calls in,
Oh
I
yeah,
know
Charlie,
who
come
will
on.
pick.
We all know who you are going to play for.
Yeah.
But I think also there's the wage thing as well. I don't think United are willing to pay
The amount that he is. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, but anyway, but yeah, I do hear a point about square pegs, round holes. Myron, what do you? What's your take?
I think from day one I've been saying this. The United way. We've been playing the same way since last season. Nothing has changed. You see, and I made the point about changing the whole front line. So it's now clear and obvious that the problem isn't the front line. It's from the middle down to the defense. And I've been saying this for a while. These are top players, proven players, who have replaced the so-called useless players. I mean, we're all excited when Cunha came in. Cunha was scoring goals in the Wolves team.
Yeah.
The Wolves team that was what, 17th or 16th. Cunha was scoring goals day in, day out. Mbeumo was in a, how do you call it? Brentford, 20 plus goals. Come on. You can't come to United and all of a sudden you are not that good. Scoring goals are difficult for you. Sesko, I mean, I'd watched his highlights. I don't watch his league. I watched the highlights. He was doing really well. Yesterday, to even score a goal, the keeper says before the ball finally entered the goal. I don't know if it's a curse or I don't know where we are headed.
That one there, that's
I wasn't
another
watching the match thinking we're going to win, to be honest. From the beginning, and yesterday the boys were like, I'm being negative when we're watching it. I'm not being negative. I just like to sack myself that it's a loss. So that when we win, it's surprising to me. But when we lose, I'm not surprised. I'm not, that kind of, exactly.
I think that is where I am. You know, there were, and I think that is the worst thing about being a United fan. There were days where we lose and then I'm down. But I think we've gotten to the point where when
it's
we
not
lose,
so
when
like
we lose it's normal. Like, think about it.
If you are down, you die. You make United.
Think about it. Man United fans haven't enjoyed back-to-back weekends.
Hey,
it's crazy.
44 games.
It's crazy.
44 games. 44 games.
Back to, like, this weekend we win, then we are happy. Next weekend,
Charlie,
multi-colored
game.
Green, grey, red, green, grey, red, green, red, grey, green.
2
red,
weekends.
green.
Like, we can't have 2 weekends to ourselves.
Charlie,
I
the
mean,
whole
we
thing
count
look
the
like
international
they look
week as
like
part
some
of it,
encrypted password. B W
You know what's
D
gonna happen.
L D W.
Yes, you
Charlie,
see a win, and then the next week it can't
most
be a
likely
win.
It's going to be pain. But anyway, you know what? For me, right, one of the most telling things from when I looked at that lineup, right? For me, I think that it's heavily problematic if we still have Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, Diogo Dalot still in the first team, when we have let so many other players go, and these guys are still in the team. For me, I feel like that is very, very right.
I think they bought a player, Diego Leon or something.
Yes,
I haven't seen what he plays.
man has disappeared.
But at this point, I think he should just be thrown into the team. And let the fans also see
Boys into the
what
deep end.
the reason he was
what
bought.
happened
So
to
them.
Eden Heaven? Like, what happened to Eden
Yes.
Heaven?
Eden Heaven, I think the Grimsby game did, like, no, he played that Grimsby game,
Okay.
but he was part of that back three that.
Oh,
that-
come on.
that
He hadn't
so
played
if,
prior for a while, right?
So if you notice, Fredrickson having since that game,
But that game, it was solely on Fredrickson for me.
I think
It was from his side.
bro.
The problems.
That game was one person. We who must not be named.
Oh
no
yes,
longer here.
oh yes, he's no more here. But that's what I'm saying. So the current stock, the next person to take the blame, Fredrickson.
Yeah.
But for me, I feel like it's a little bit harsh on Heaven because prior to that, he hadn't played any game, right? So if someone is coming back into the foray after a long time out, I wouldn't be too surprised that Charlie maybe they'll be rusty here and there. You understand? I feel like it's a bit harsh to say, okay, then he's not good. Because before he got injured, Heaven was one of our consistent players.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So for me, the goal should be that we are trying to get him back to that form. And actually, this brings up one of the accusations people are leveling at Amorim now. They are saying that under him, our youth players are regressing. Do you get what I'm saying? How do you guys
I think
feel about
that has been Amorim.
Yeah.
Because before he came to United, I did watch a few sporting podcasts and they were complaining on how he was treating the youth team. So they had brilliant guys coming up like Ishahaku, even Kwenda. People saw Kwenda when he was 16. He was killing it with Sporting B, and Amorim wasn't using him till the season he came to United. Same with Fatal. Fatal was brilliant with the youth team. He was tipped as the next big thing because they signed him for almost 2 million euros. I mean, signing a player from Africa, who was the best player in the U under 20 for the AFCON. So I think people leveled that against Amorim with Sporting, that he doesn't give the youth players a chance. So I think he has that in him. So with that and with what we have, I think United has, in my opinion, the best academy now. Because if you look at our U18s, no, in the world, if you look at our U18s, the standards that they set, and even some of them even play national team football, like James Callum. Callum plays for Gibraltar. So they are men in boys' clothes.
No, the United Youth Program is good.
It's good.
I mean, a lot of like people, young players are trying to get in there, and they've won some trophies in the last couple of years as well. So that one is a fact. But Kobe Menu, it's not looking good. You understand? He hasn't gotten back to that form he started with.
I think I heard a few people complain about him, and to an extent, it's true. He's a good player, but he slows the game down. But then he slows the game down. He doesn't have the vision. He doesn't have. He has good ball carrying abilities, but doesn't have the vision. In my opinion,
I think he has is the ability to control a game, but he doesn't have the people around him to help him do that.
Okay.
You understand? So he can do as much as he can, but if he's crowded, he is crowded. So he should be able to give and get back in a different position. Give and get back in a different position. And that type of play, you would see his brilliance. But in a system where the midfield is crowded and it's just two people
I was gonna say
who are yes.
I think we were discussing this earlier. You don't have ball carrying midfielders, people with a skill like the Vitinius and they can take with just one touch, they can take two players out of the game. And then have the brilliance to see a pass quickly and dispatch it perfectly. That's the problem we are facing with that midfield.
We have Ugarte and
Pedri and things. Those guys,
I think in my opinion, with the main issue, the system we play is also a factor. Like Jeff is saying, if we look at the season, his breakout season, I'm not even talking about the United team because that year we're not good enough. He was excellent, but we're not good enough. If you look at the Euros, he was playing in a two-man midfield with Declan Rice. But the difference is England had their centre-backs pushed high up. There was no Harry Maguire. They were playing Margay, John Stones, and they had Kyle Walker as part of the three.
Okay.
So Kyle Walker could cover
things.
He could step in and cover the defensive deficiencies. There were games where he tried to do Trent in midfield, it didn't work. But Kobe would give you his best if, like you said, he's surrounded by players. Yeah, because passing is not his best attribute. His is carrying the ball. If you're going to ask him to spread play in a double pivot, that is not his game.
That's true.
And that is what Amorim is requiring him to do. And that is why he's saying he's put him in competition with Bruno.
Yeah.
So he wants him to get that aspect of his game in addition to this.
Charlie, that is a big issue, but we'll talk about that. Because Bruno, if they play Bruno, they play for here. Bruno, if you ball, they go play. So if a coach tell you say Bruno, they fight.
If you're not,
Yeah.
you don't
play.
play. Yeah, you don't go play. Yeah, you don't go
See,
play.
Bruno, we there. Yes, we say they play five.
You go share them play.
You go come, you go play.
Mhm.
That's the issue.
You go
So,
play. Yeah. Anyway, so okay, so now, before we move on, Amorim, what's you guys your verdict? Because today, some reports have come out saying that the club are backing him. Okay, they are saying that they are willing to even give him a season.
I say this all the
full
time.
season.
United will back you today and sack you tomorrow. They've done it to the past. In the past, they've done it to about 4 managers.
Yeah.
I can recall about 4 managers that have gone home
Okay.
with the backing of the. See, they can even give you a new contract and still sack you.
Yes,
Yeah.
like they gave to
Yeah,
him.
actually, that's true.
They'll
They
give you a new contract
I
and
think
still sack you.
that has been the MO for the last
Yes.
years.
Yeah.
Van Gaal went through the same
Mo
thing.
got a new contract and December he was gone.
Goodbye.
When he got a new contract after the Europa League,
Goodbye.
Van Gaal
Goodbye by
won the FA Cup. He went.
gone, yeah.
So there's really no formula to sack him.
yeah.
So you can come out when the rumors start coming out that you are being bagged, right? That's when you should.
It's why you should be
You should be
avoiding.
watching the
Yes.
You should be watching your back.
Yeah. But guys, you know something? Like, there's one thing about Amorim that for me, I think is not talked about enough. I think Amorim, as a manager, for me, that's where my fear is. That I think he's very, I know people, he's emotional, that's one. But for me, I think it's a huge red flag if your manager always sounds like the job they overarm. Like, do you get what I'm saying? I think for me, it'd be serious red flag. Like, he's basically saying that sometimes he will even say that, oh, if they sack me, if they want to sack me, they should sack me. It's up to them. For me, I think it's problematic if a manager has this.
I try to imagine the
Yeah,
game.
it's like
I try to
almost
imagine
like
the
I've
game
done-
and do the best, but it didn't work. It didn't work. So I take the criticism, and then next time,
no.
Every time, next
Bro,
time.
your job is
And the
to
next
find
time,
a
and
solution.
yes,
come back in the
and
next
his
time,
problem
the
is
same
Same thing, yes.
you see, beginning of the season, he was talking about I want to be here for the next 10 years. In his head, he has like 10 years to prove himself.
Yeah. That's
When in actual fact, you have less than 5 games to prove yourself to us.
Yeah.
Because if you can't win back to back for 2 games in a row, then you should be gone.
Yeah.
Ole was sacked for less.
I would have loved to be in the room when he was
Ten Hag was sacked for less.
because from what he did last season, United finished 15.
And then beginning the season this way.
This way.
You should be
have
gone.
gone
I
like
think
the
this
first
is
half.
see what
You
what
should
they
be
do in
gone.
his Inter.
I was
You
just
should be
watching I was watching TV yesterday, and I think they were comparing his and ETH's results from the season before that he got sacked. ETH had more points.
Let me big your mind a bit. Graham Potter was sacked yesterday. He has a better win ratio than Ruben Amorim.
But he was sacked.
He was sacked yesterday.
Yes. Like,
And that is West Ham.
And that's West Ham, yeah.
bro, we talk
That's
about
West Ham
Graham Potter
that
we talk about that all the time,
And
bro.
the person we are expecting to follow is still at
It's
post.
still there. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Okay, so now in terms of percentages, because you said you mentioned earlier on that like the problem, fine, in as much as Amorim is like the main highlight right now, there's still other parts. We talked about the players as well, the like management, all of that stuff. In terms of ratios or percentages, where would you what would you apportion the percentages? Let's do out of 100%.
Coach 50%,
Okay.
players 80%.
Okay.
As for management,
No.
management.
You said coach 50%, players 80.
No, sorry, that's one. No.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was trying to combine both of them to 80. So 30, the players 30%.
Okay.
The reason I'm giving the players 30% is there are still elements who are not good enough for United.
That's true.
We can't say Cunha and Buemo and Sesko aren't good.
No.
They're in the United team. They
Yes.
just got in.
Yeah.
But they have a proven track record.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the useless boys that have been in for years now and are still in it, what are they still doing there?
What are they still
There's
doing
Dallo.
here?
I don't know what Dallo is.
remember-
I don't know how
remember
Luke Shaw is still surviving
Luke Shaw,
in the Manchester
After the
United.
Europa League final, I was like, bro, this
Luke
guy
Shaw has been there
to
since
go.
for 2014.
2014.
And has less games
And
than
has less games than Bruno Fernandes.
Bruno Fernandes.
And he's actually starting matches.
Matches.
Like, he's starting.
I don't actually
in a
understand
position
United.
that I don't understand.
Which is not even his natural position.
position.
And then there's Lenny Euro on the bench.
And Euro, he's now benching Euro.
The thing
And,
about-
and Euro is extremely good.
Yes.
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
about
One
Luke
of our
Shaw-
best players.
Yeah.
Actually.
In a
About
different
Luke Shaw,
team, we'll be
his
discussing
best
Euro
attribute.
as the next
The
breakout
next- yes, exactly.
defender or centre back.
Exactly. to me personally, I think he's one of our best players right now.
Most consistent.
Yes, no, I think I'll give the
consistent.
most consistent this season
Yes.
to the elite.
To the elite as well.
Yes,
the
the
elite
elite
is Yoruba.
Yeah.
You see, there's always a problem with a team that standout players are defenders.
It's a problem.
When you have strikers and forwards. I haven't heard it before. In Barca, they're talking about Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski. In Madrid, everyone's talking about Mbappe. In Chelsea, Joao Pedro. Everyone is talking about the forwards. City, Haaland. Liverpool, Ekitike, Isak is saying everyone is
Even
happy.
Arsenal,
Salah,
yes.
Gyökeres. By United, we are talking about
Defenders.
Euro and the leader. That means they are receiving so many shots.
In a
They are
team-
blocking so
in a
many
team
shots
of,
that they're the best player.
Good players too. In a team of like Cunha and Mbeumo and all these, like Ahmad and things, Charles plays.
But here's your coach who always keeps bringing centre backs when he's losing.
Bro,
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the
6 games.
I saw the substitution yesterday. I was shocked.
Why?
When you
You
are
need a
losing,
goal and
you are bringing your defenders when you are losing. So how are you?
See, when one talks about United and just starts getting, it's okay. We won't even talk because
Yeah,
it's
Because
just too much.
it's not the enter. Charlie, it affects
And
very small.
when we overtalk to them, it looks as if we have the skills to coach and all that.
Yeah,
But it's not supposed to be so.
yeah.
You are the coach.
Yeah.
You have your badges. Just do your job. Even we are seeing the
Just
deficiencies
do
in your setup, and you can see it. How can't you see it? You
and
shouldn't
stop
be
making irrelevant comparisons because you had one good game with Arsenal at the beginning of the season,
game
which
you
you
didn't
didn't
win.
bringing it back.
I have a
You keep
problem.
bringing
You
it
didn't
back.
win.
You didn't win the game. Why
Which
do you
you
keep
didn't
bringing it
win.
back?
but you keep using that one
Yes.
as your reference point for the season to make it seem like they can play like this, but they are not playing like this. But they're not playing like this because of you.
But even if they played like that, we didn't win game. We didn't
win the
Broken
game.
clock is right how many
United
times.
wasn't that good. Arsenal were
We were just on the front foot.
Yes,
That is
Arsenal
all.
were
Arsenal
bad.
were very bad.
Like-
But they couldn't play out
Yes.
from the back.
Yes.
They couldn't get balls into Gyökeres. But they were very bad. So it wasn't like United.
So
had
that was
a
an
brilliant
Arsenal bad game and not
game. A United,
too much a United good game.
No,
Yeah.
but even my point is, even a broken clock is right twice a day, right?
Yeah.
By all means, we'll have a good game. Since then, which other game have we
With
played?
Amorim's
like,
statements, when we lose is the system, but when we win, it's not about the system. And
the challenge I have with his system is every time the first 10 minutes United start on the front foot. Every game.
It's been like that since last season.
Yeah. You
Yes.
start on the front foot.
First
Then,
15 minutes.
Yes.
then after
If we don't score
after
within the
minute-
first 10, 15
First 10,
minutes,
after minute 15,
And even if we score within the first
game
10,
will end
15
in a
minutes,
draw.
exactly.
Exactly.
We'll find a way to concede a
Yeah.
foolish goal, a very foolish. But that was you.
I was
he's gone, so-
watching the Chelsea match. The match they had a team that had a red card. DFI given. Cole Palmer was taken out. Or Esteval was taken. And then all of a sudden, Casemiro gets a red card, and then they score. So I'm like, if it was 10-10 from the beginning, we'll lose 3-0.
would have lost.
Would have
Yeah, would have lost.
We'll lose
Would have
3-0.
Would have lost. Yeah.
10-10, and we can't even control the
That
game.
game,
And they have
after
all their
Casemiro,
They
talents out.
nearly listen. If the game had gone on for like
Another 5
another
minutes.
5 minutes, they would have equalized.
we had lost character in that game.
Yeah, they would have equalized.
Getting to the end of the game, we had lost character.
we didn't have a shape.
On the
boys
United
panic.
page, I don't know if you remember, I said every time United has to give us a heart attack before the end of the game. You can't win a game
And
by
you know-
certain margins for us to be like, oh, it's 90th minutes. Let me turn off the TV. We won.
Even the games we win comfortably. Like last season when we beat was it the Europa League, Bilbao.
Yeah.
We beat Bilbao by 4. We beat them 3-0
And
in
their
San
place, yeah.
We came
The
to
Old
Old
Trafford
Trafford
game
and they
was
scored first.
crazy. Yeah,
For the first 70
The Old
minutes, we were
Trafford game
leading,
was
and then
crazy.
we're sitting on 10.
and most United fans thought that they were going to come back.
Even,
Most of us
even,
thought
even the Olympic Lyon game,
yeah,
that we were on the front foot. We had that game in our hand. And then-
two-goal lead,
We had to go
All
back
of a
and then
sudden,
come back.
lose
And then
4-2, and then down to
unnecessary
10 men.
heart palpitations
Yesterday, I went to get
for no
just
reason.
a drink. When we were pushing for the equalizer, just a drink. I get back and the boys have closed the app. I'm like, Then everyone goes like, bro, it'll be 3-1. I'm like, it's 3-1 how?
How?
I want
You
to
just went
understand.
for a drink.
No, I just want to understand how it is 3-1. Then only to watch the highlights and there's a straight shot and then the keeper is all over the
Oh,
place.
Charlie.
And then
Bro,
a straight shot.
How is a 6'6" goalkeeper?
Bayer has to
Bro,
quest. He
the
has
ball
to.
is straight at you, 6'6".
I think Raya is even shorter than
Charlie,
him.
what
But
is
Raya
it
makes
called?
an attempt.
Bayer, I call him Bayer because I don't see
No, bro.
On the by the
With the size of that shot, come on, that goal scores you
Bro,
in 2010.
bro.
When they were using the Jabulan, I remember they scored. Forlan scored that goal against the Ghana goalkeeper.
Just
The ball,
yesterday.
a straight ball, and it goes into the post. I don't understand.
See, forget the third goal.
Crazy.
The second goal. The second
He
goal.
always pounds the ball.
The second goal was my problem.
He always does it.
That second goal was my problem. How is it that 3 defenders are on one man and none of them is thinking, let me look back or because if 3 players are on one man, at least 2 can be on one man. One would be looking out to see if anyone has entered into the box for a pass or anything. But the 3 of you are on that one man. He plays the ball. Keeper points it back into play.
I think that is.
And now, confusion.
Harry Maguire's defensive awareness is zero. It's very poor because I don't know if you remember under Oli, we played Spurs and we're down to Martial had a red card and he was pulling Shaw in his own box. Yeah, his defensive awareness. So if every time Harry Maguire is your centre back, you have issues with cutbacks, and we've been conceding cutbacks after cutback and for a team that concedes a lot of cutbacks, you
think that they will take it up in the so-called trainings that
we don't see
that they've been bragging about that they are so excellent in these trainings. So do they not watch back the games to see? Oh, these are the mistakes that
same type of goals every week.
Every week.
Same mistakes. We had a problem.
Same mistakes.
Good strike. No problem. No keeper would have saved that, to be honest. Where the ball.
But why was
Maguire on the floor? Why was the keeper on the floor? Because you've not seen the shot. He was on the floor right before the ball.
The first goal. I have an issue with Bayern there.
That's what I'm saying.
Too long.
If it was on Aroma, it would have gone out.
Make yourself big. Yeah. Let the striker try and chip you from there. You are 6'6". Let him try and do that. But
force him to do something.
He started he goes
saw
to
the guy and then he gave up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He didn't go, and then when he decided to make a move, he was already on the floor, assuming the shot was going to be a ground shot. How do you assume? You don't. And this is the problem we've had with our goalkeeping department, because Onana used to do that.
Yeah.
Onana dies before the ball is even played. He's anticipating that. Bro, I just understand what's going on.
Onana scarred me for that.
No, depress me with that boy talk, because Onana too should be a fishmonger. He should sell fish.
I really want to.
Dogu, Dalo,
yes,
Onan, all of them.
Bro,
they don't deserve to wear United jerseys.
Patrick Dogu, Patrick Dogu not for playing Manchester United.
And that's where the problem I have with the because he brought him.
He wouldn't even play.
First player he signed. First player Amorim signed was Dogu. That should have been the red flag that we should see. Coach not born, player not born, normal born. Because you bought him for that particular system that you say you're going to play.
Yeah.
And you put him in a position that you know he can play. But tell me, what has Dogu produced so far in United? In the amount of games that he has played.
Well. I haven't seen a new cross from him. Most of the crosses, even the
goal. I think for me, that's the biggest thing. His end product is.
No, I think that ball, the problem was Manuel Uhate's pass. It was a bad pass, but I mean he could have done better with the cross.